Well, hello from York Station on this sunny but absolutely freezing January morning. Today, we're going to be taking a ride down the Harrogate Loop, Harrogate Line, whatever you want to call it. The York to Leeds, the long way round, as I like to call it. We're going to be riding this 170, 170, 475 all the way through. The journey takes about an hour and 15 minutes. Now, at York, this train is not actually displayed as going all the way to Leeds. It's actually only displayed as going as far as Burley Park. Now, Northern do this for a very specific reason, and that is simply to save passengers a bit of time so that they don't accidentally get on the service that goes the long way round. It's quite clever if you think about it.
The next station stop is Wooton.
And just like that, we leave York bang on time at 14 minutes past 2. And as you can see, it's a beautifully sunny day, but as I mentioned before, absolutely freezing. Shortly after leaving York Station, we passed by the National Railway Museum. Nothing too exciting to show you, unfortunately, but you know, still cool nonetheless. And also, as we passed by the National Railway Museum, we also passed Siemens TransPennine Express Depot. However, I'm not 100% sure whether you can actually see it because of the sun.
Good afternoon, welcome aboard this northern service to Leeds via Harrogate. Services calling at Poppleton, Wooton, Castle, Knaresborough, Starbeck, Harrogate, Hornbeam Park, Panel, Wooton, Halsted, Headley, Burley Park, and finally Leeds.
And as the revenue protection people came and checked my ticket, we did arrive and stop at Poppleton Station. Now, Poppleton Station opened on the 30th of October 1848 as part of the East and West Yorkshire Junction Railway, which linked York with Knaresborough and then later Harrogate, and it serves the villages of Nether Poppleton and Upper Poppleton. Now, the winter colours outside, the blue and the green, looked absolutely lovely. However, they don't look so lovely out of this dirty window, do they? We arrived into the second station on the line, Hamerton. Now, Hamerton opened on the 30th of October 1848, similar to Poppleton, and also quite a few stations along this line. It serves the villages of Green Hamerton and Kirk Hamerton, and the station is located at the end of a single track section from Poppleton.
Welcome aboard this northern train to Leeds. The next station stop is Castle.
Castle's next. Should we see what we can see out the window?
Not long after leaving Hampton, we arrive into our next station, Cattle. Now, like the last two stations, Cattle opened on the 30th of October 1848. It serves the village of the same name, Cattle. And now Cattle is at the western end of a double track section from Hampton. Trains heading east towards York, timetable to arrive first on the double section in order to clear the single track section heading west towards Harrogate.
Station stop is Knaresborough.
And before long, we find ourselves arriving at Knaresborough. Now, Knaresborough is the first major stop, we call it, along this line after York. Now, Knaresborough originally had a temporary station known as Hay Park Lane, Knaresborough, and that opened on the 30th of October 1848. Now, 3 years later, after the completion of the viaduct over the River Nid, go check out the last video if you want to see that, the current Knaresborough station then opened on the 21st of July 1851. Now, speaking of the viaduct, you'll see it in just a moment. The viaduct was almost completed, and then it collapsed into the River Nid on the 11th of March 1848, which means this station couldn't open like it was scheduled to. It's believed that bad workmanship, poor materials and excess water in the swollen river all caused it to collapse. Now, it actually ended up opening 3 years later on the 1st of October 1851. It was built with castellated walls and piers to blend in with the ruined walls of the castle. It has 4 arches and 3 piers, and the middle pier stands in the water. Now, the viaduct actually ended up opening at a cost of £9,803. Just a couple of minutes after leaving Knaresborough, we arrive into Starbeck Station. Now, Starbeck Station opened on the 14th of September 1848 as Harrogate and Knaresborough Station. It was called that as it lies directly in between the two. Now, in 1857, it was renamed to Starbeck Station, the name it keeps today. It was also one of the first stations to originally serve Harrogate, and the signal box that you just saw remains in use to supervise that very busy level crossing.
Northern Train 2. Leeds. Next station stop is Harrogate.
What's your name?
We're now approaching Harrogate. If you're leaving the train here, please take a moment to ensure you have everything with you. Keep tickets handy until you leave the station. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
We're now arriving into our next stop and the largest station along the line, not including Leeds and York obviously, Harrogate. or Harrogate if you're posh. The station was opened by the North Eastern Railway on the 1st of August 1862. A storm in November 1866 caused a chimney stack to fall through the station roof. I don't know why that's so far up on the information, but it is. And the station was largely demolished in 1964-1965 and replaced with a more functional one, shall we say, with fewer platforms as well. Mr. Beaching Axe.
We're now approaching
Yeah.
Hornbeam Park. If you're leaving the train here, please take a moment to ensure you have everything with you. Keep tickets handy until you leave the station.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
It's so good.
Everyone who has joined us here at Harrogate, welcome on board the 1450 Northern Service through to Leeds, calling at Hornbeam Park, Panel, Wooton, Portsmouth, Headingley, Burnley Park and Leeds. In the interest of security, if you could just keep all personal belongings with you or in sight at all times. And if you do see anything suspicious that concerns you, tell a member of staff or you can tell the British Transport Police on 61016. Our next station stop will be Hornbeam Park. Thank you.
And sure enough, before we know it, we're arriving into Hornbeam Park. Now, I could not really find anything on this station other than the fact it was open to traffic on the 24th of August 1992. So if I'm not mistaken, that is the newest station along this line.
Yeah, that's no problem. I just don't understand. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Yeah. It's I'll probably forget. Yeah. Well, I can come at another time if there's a reason for you asking.
And as the evening light slowly starts to creep in, we pass over the Crimple Valley Viaduct. Now, the viaduct was completed in 1848 for the York and North Midland Railway Company and opened for traffic in July 1848. It is built of brick and rusticated grit stone. The viaduct was designed by a guy called James Cass Birkenshaw. And just like that, we arrive into our next station, Panel. Now, Panel was opened on the 13th of September 1848. Trains began running directly to Harrogate on the 1st of August 1862 when the North Eastern Railway completed a short line, the Panel Loop line. This undertook a very tight curve to take trains over that viaduct that we've just seen there and into Harrogate Station. And before we know it, we arrive into our next station of Wooton. Now, Wooton is another one of those stations where I really couldn't find much, other than the fact it was opened on the 1st of September 1848 as a terminus station, but the line then was extended to Leeds.
Aboard this Northern train too. Please, the next station stop is Horsford.
Oh, Ted, you just threw yourself off. You got you. Have you got? Have you got? You just sit down. No, it's chilling. I love how he just goes off the end. Yeah. Yeah.
Shortly after leaving Wooton, we passed through the Bramhope tunnel, which is very, very long. Its grand opening was on the 9th of July 1849, which was a week later than intended, but the first train passed through full of lots of Leeds and Thirsk railway officials. Oh, hello, by the way, that's me. It is 3,743 yards long, which is 3,422 metres. Major repair work was done in 2003 and 2006 when the Victorian drainage culvert was replaced. I don't know what that is, by the way. And the track lowered to allow access for larger passenger and freight trains at a cost of £10 million. And we arrive into our next station, and the first station along this journey in West Yorkshire, Horsforth Station. Now, Horsforth was opened sometime in 1849, and then growing traffic congestion in Leeds caused an increase in footfall from Horsforth in the 1990s, which meant that in 2002 and 2003, the station was extensively developed to better cater for the greater number of passengers. This station is also the nearest station to Leeds Bradford Airport, about a 5-minute drive and 45-minute walk. However, strangely enough, there are no direct links. I mean, what's that about? And we're entering more built-up territory now as we arrive into Headingley Station. Now, Headingley was opened in 1849 as Headingley and Kirkstall Station, but at some point was renamed to just Headingley. The station is halfway between Headingley and Kirkstall, just down the road from Headingley Stadium's rugby and cricket grounds as well. It is over half a mile from the centre of Headingley itself, but we've got local bus routes, and it is the closest railway station to Leeds Beckett University's Beckett Park campus.
Keep tickets handy until you leave the station.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform edge.
And not very long at all after leaving Headingley, we arrive into Burley Park Station. Now, when the line between Leeds and Harrogate was built in 1849, a station named Royal Gardens was opened on the site of the current station, serving the southern entrance of the Leeds Zoological and Botanical Gardens. This station closed though in 1858 when the zoo closed, and this new Burley Park station was opened on the 25th of November 1988 as part of a project which saw the opening of other suburban Leeds stations such as East Garforth and Cottingley. The line is also heavily used by commuters into Leeds and is also used when the nearby Headingley station is busy, when there's events on at Headingley Stadium. This station has also occasionally played the role of Wooton station in Emmerdale.
Welcome aboard this Northern train to Leeds. The next station stop is Leeds.
Stop that. Then you can't fix the next one. Put them in the end of your bag. What? Do you want to? Can you say them? Why? It's easier for you.
And just like that, the Leeds skyline is coming into view. So let's have a quick chat about this journey, shall we? At the time of recording, and this whole month of January, the line between Leeds and York via Church Fenton, which is the quick way round, is currently closed and replacement bus services are running. However, I think that this line is a great alternative to the quick line. So myself, I would recommend using this line instead of the replacement bus, because I found this journey personally to be very, very pleasant. It was peaceful, it was quiet. Even though the train was busy, it was actually a really quiet, peaceful journey. I thought the line in places was really scenic as well, particularly up in the more rural areas. I found it really scenic, and just generally I found it a really enjoyable line to ride down. So this line gets a thumbs up from me.
You can text the British Transport Police on 61016. That is Leeds, our final stop. Thank you.
And just like that, our journey comes to an end on Leeds' newest platform, Platform 0. Well, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.